Hi guys, welcome to your morning message. This message is for February 8th, 2020. However, these readings, like all other readings, are always timeless and they are for anybody that resonates with them. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can check the box below. I do offer one-on-one coaching as well. And if you'd like to donate, thank you in advance. Ding! The link is below as well. All right, so let's jump in. So guys, if this reading resonates for you, then you are most likely at a point or coming up to a point where you are going to be given a choice. Now I'm seeing this card as the tower. This moment coming through here as a tower moment. Now, I gotta be honest, it says tower moment, but I don't really get a tower here, so everyone's like, phew. I'm not really getting a tower. Let me just pull a card to clarify that. This seems more like a have you learned your lesson kind of thing. Whoa. The card that just kind of popped out was the Emperor card and the Six of Pentacles. So really this does feel like something relating to love, but it doesn't have to be. Remember, there are many of you watching, and so you may have different situations. It could have to do with a masculine energy in your life, whether it's a male or female biological makeup. It could also be about a boss, could be about a situation regarding property, anything. But whatever this is, this seems to be a little bit of a nod to a karmic situation, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that there. And that's what this Tower card is here. But again, I don't feel like something's breaking down. Let's jump in a little bit more and see what actually is going on, what energies are here. Oops, hold on. Let me get my cards all together. They're all over the place. All right. I can already feel my throat like clogging up. What's going on, guys? All right. So I'm seeing that a cycle. This is a nod to a cycle. Okay, this is a nod to a cycle that has already ended, or is ending, or just something that was majorly karmic. I'm seeing music here for somebody. So music is going to be a part of it, or music is being used to soothe you. This has to do with something that may have really tugged at your heart, guys. This was, again, it could be a job, it could be anything, an identity crisis, whatever it is. It was a major karmic cycle. And I feel that coming up, you guys are going to be getting into something with somebody or something. It could be a contract of some sort that relates or that triggers your awareness and feelings from this old karmic thing. So for example, if you're getting over a divorce or some kind of ending with somebody, or there was a time in your life where there was something major, I'm seeing a King of Pentacles coming in. So for example, it could be another guy or another person coming in to offer you some kind of love or desire to connect, and it's kind of going to trigger these feelings. It's like that you had before. It's kind of like, that's why I feel like it's a test. Now, because it's going to seem a little bit like a setup, it's going to seem like a second go round. It could be with the same person, it doesn't have to be, but it just feels like, okay, God's like, all right, well, has this person learned their lesson? Or even, okay, well, here we are, they're going back into a new love relationship with somebody else, but let's see how they handle it. It's kind of that, all right? Because I'm seeing here that somebody is going to come in, or something is going to, some event or some situation is going to come in, and see how they're offering this pentacle. And here you are, the viewer, looking at this pentacle. I love this because you know what it is? It shows you taking time to assess whatever it is that's being given to you. Just because something's being given to you or being announced, for some of you this could be a promotion. It could be a job promotion, one that you were appointed for. Like maybe there's not only a promotion in money, with relation to money, but there's a titular one, title one. It could involve like a more esteemed position. You might be offered a change in location, whatever this is. And the idea is that somebody may have put your name in it, like people may have appointed you. And so in a sense, it's like, wow, this looks great, but I see you guys lovingly and doing the right thing, taking a moment, stepping out and erasing the thing. So for example, you're looking at what is being offered. So for example, if a guy comes to you and he's like, hey, I like you, you know, blah blah blah, you're gonna like not think about the guy, and you're gonna look at the stats. Like, show me the stats. Okay, this is a person, this is how he approached, this is what he has to offer, this is where I am in my life, and this is what I feel about, you know. So you're coming at it from a more logical standpoint. And I was just going to say, why is it showing a page? And then they showed me like there's a reason why their hands, my finger, their hands, it says them, right, are over the page title here, because they're using the image, they're borrowing the image to show you guys what's up. So for example, if it's that job appointment, it's like, yeah, here's the job, but what you're doing is you're looking at the position itself. What am I going to be doing in the day-to-day? I don't care that everybody in the world appointed me and they see me as, you know, awesome and worthy and this and that. I don't want to get hurt. I want to do this the right way. Let me not get caught up in the ego part and look at what's actually being offered, because that's what I'm going to have to live with and endure and wake up to every morning. And so that's why I like what's going on here, because you're actually taking the time to separate the surface level stuff and to look at the meat and potatoes, right? And it's a really good thing, because I'm seeing that you're going into hermit mode in order to do that. So some of you may actually request some time, like, oh, you know, let me think about it, right? Regardless of whether it's a person, whether it's a prospective move, you know, property, whether it's a job position, whether it's somebody like a sister-in-law saying, hey, we're thinking about throwing this party or whatever, can you help out? Like, if there was a major karmic thing that you learned related to something like that, for example, project management, working with family, you know, whatever it is, you're like stopping, you're taking time out, and you're asking for the space that's needed. Like, you know what, let me get back to you. Can I get back to you on that? And you're thinking, look at this skull, you're thinking about what you went through in the past. You are accessing that, and you're using all of your skills to make a decision. And that's awesome. Let's look at what's underlying here. Whatever this opportunity is, whether it's a man or a woman or whatever, relationship or a job, or someone saying, hey, you've been selected to go to space, you're like, what? You know, whatever it is, it's going to come through this Ace of Wands. It's going to come as an announcement. It's going to come as some kind of communication. So you're going to know what this thing is, because it's going to be very obvious to you what this is. And you're going to take a moment, and you're going to exercise what you've learned in the past. Look at you. Look at her. She's like, I'm not just going to get into this water. I'm going to go ahead and count how many fish are in here. And look, she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm not doing it for less than 14. You know, that's what she's saying, right? She's like, I'm not doing it for less than 14 fish. Now let's count 1, 2, 3. And that's the energy that's fueling this action here. These are lessons learned. This is exactly what God wants you to do. Use your lessons. Look, same here. You're going back into hermit mode. You're asking for the time you need. You're asking for the distance that you need. And you know why? Because it's being fueled by this knowledge that I have a choice. I have a choice in what to do, and I'm not just going to randomly take whatever choice is presented. I'm not just going to randomly go out with this guy because he shows up on my doorstep and he's cute, and oh my god, he looks like a hipster, but in a clean way, and I love it. I know some of you are like, what do you mean by that? Okay, we all know what I mean by that, right? But the point is, you're exercising greater knowledge from your past. See, there's that nod, right? Ding, ding. From the past. I love these beads. Look, they're like prayer beads right there. So Spirit is also showing that a lot of you are connecting to Spirit and your higher self as you make these decisions. And look at that kingdom back there. You're considering your stability. You're considering yourself. You're considering your dependence. You're not just running off and like, yeah, okay, I'll move to Alaska and do this job. It's like, wait, hold on. Did you talk it over with your family? Right? So things like that. Some of you are thinking about leaving school, I'm seeing, pursuing something, but, you know, or we'll have an opportunity to do that, but I feel that you're like, wait, hold on a second. I need to consider my future, or even right now, is this a good thing for me? Or some of you may be considering going to school, and you're like, wait, hold on, I got to consider, is this something I can be supported in right now? And I'm also seeing you taking off your mask. Thank you, guys. All right? Thank you. a lot of times we make these decisions from this place where there's no transparency. We get mad at other people for not being transparent. But how transparent are we being, right? So I see you taking off your masks, you're being yourself, you're pointing it out to people. You're like, listen, this is me, this is how I operate right now, this is who I am now, I need time. I'm seeing that some of you are, or at least somebody on this call, is dealing with a new lifestyle, and that new lifestyle is devoid of alcohol. So some of you are trying to, forgive the lighting, guys, by the way, you know how it is at this time of day, but some of you are trying to start a new lifestyle that is devoid of your addictions, whether it's I'm also seeing depression here. Some of you are trying to stay out of depressive moods. Some of you are trying to stay out of smoking, out of drinking, out of whatever. And I'm seeing the struggle. I'm feeling it because I'm feeling it in the mental space. But I'm so proud of you because I see that your third eye is active and it's focused on the future. It's focused and it's making the connection with the present. It's like what I do now in the present determines what happens in the future. And I have a vision of the future that I want to get through, but I know that the present is very bleak right now, but I know it's not always going to be that way. And I know that part of this is that I have to say no to the friends and family and the enablers in my life. For some of you here, this is also a drug thing that you're trying to get through. I'm seeing maybe you might be part of what is this called, rehab or whatnot, but I'm seeing you really hunkering down, taking advantage of this I'm hearing horror moment, but I want to say hermit, right? So horror moment, it's going to feel horrible if that's what your conditions are. You're battling a neurological situation. Addictions are not just, a lot of people are like, well, you could choose to, yeah, you can on some level, but there's also a neurological component to it that needs to be worked through, right? And so I see that you are mastering that moment. You're going through it. It hurts, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. But I'm feeling that you're on the right path. So if you're watching, that's great. I'm getting the number 8 for some of you. I'm feeling about 8 months. 8 weeks for 8 months, another 8 months, guys. Let's put our thoughts to August and September now, and just so if you're having an addiction situation and you're working out of your addiction, keep it up. Another 8 months is going to be, you're going to be like, wow, great. They're saying you're even going to start feeling much better by 6. I'm hearing 6. So 6 weeks or 6 months, right? So just keep going at it. And if you have to cut out everybody in your life except God, then that's what you have to do. It's not forever. It's just until you get back on your feet and you feel strong enough to do what it is that you need to do, okay? And that's all there is to it. Because when you feel strong enough and you have that foundation under you, when you look back on your on yourself, if you could step back into those connections with, like, say, family or whatever, you're at a stronger point to withstand some of the stuff that was going on, because there may have been a lot of enabling around you, right? And you're strong enough to be like, no. You could see through it and you're like, no. And you know what happens? Sometimes for people who really master their addictions, and I know that addiction is a lifelong thing, I get it, like the pull to it, the temptation for it. But there are people who do come through successfully, and that, they get through it. And you know what? A lot of them do the damn work. And it sounds strange to say, but you know what? A lot of the people who look down on them as they entered into rehab and as they, struggled to stay there, and finally they hit their rock bottom, they really did what they did. And there are people in their lives who may still be expecting them to fail. And those people have not done the work for themselves. Whatever their spiritual work is, their shadow work, they haven't done it. So there it is, the person who they looked down on at one point because they had addiction issues, now that person's come out and they're killing it. They're just killing it. They are taking the time, they're tuning into their body, they're taking the time out that's needed, they're putting the distance between them and people, they give themselves leeway to be flexible, like, oh, you know what, every day I can do this, but today I can't, so I'm not going to go out tonight. They're doing what we all should be doing, and in that respect, they're on their path more than the people outside of them who don't have addictions, and they're just like sloppy all over the place, they're struggling, and they, so God bless. The point is that, we just have to, like, give it up to those people who are you know, working through their addictions, because a lot of times they're just doing the work and others around them aren't. So we want to give them a little yay. And I'm seeing that here in that card. So, you know, keep going. All right, going back to generally speaking, what I'm seeing here is that a lot of you guys, yes, a lot of you are keeping in mind the issues that you were dealing with when you were going through that karmic past, and you're keeping in mind the people and that karmic situation that brought you to your knees in the past. And now look at it, you're looking, moving forward, you're looking for your soul family, you're looking for your soul tribe, you're looking for people who enrich you. Look at this friend is teaching him how to pot these flowers. That's the friends those are the kinds of friends we need to be hanging around. And look at them, how they look so similar, but this one still has like a little bit of a big brother, mentor kind of feeling. And he's showing him, right? And look at this shady person in the past. Yeah, in the past, yeah. In the background. They're like, "Oh man, you got a new," I'm sorry, you guys can't see it on, but you know, there's a shadow in the doorway. They're looking all mad, salty. You know, listen, don't be salty about this. You had a chance. You, sir, madam, had a chance to be my friend and honor me and help me. And you know what? I'm taking responsibility for my life right now. I know that I'm working through my shadows from the past, you know, low self-worth, lack of deservability, things like that. See how he's holding it? And look at this person showing him how to properly plant it, how to be positive. And this person in the background's like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" And they could say whatever they want. "Oh, you think you're too big. Oh, you think you're grown now. Oh, you're fancy. Oh, you whatever." Like, listen, we don't have time to hear you and all your gums flapping. So stay in that house. Bye. You know? And so what I like about this is that you, the viewer, if this reading resonates for you, God bless, then you are definitely doing your due diligence when it comes to moving through this world. And you're remembering that nobody's perfect, and you're remembering your shadows. But everybody should know what their shadows are and navigate with that. And cut out all the people who came in on that shadowy wave, that energy wave, that frequency of shadow. You're in the light now, and you're trying to transform these shadows. You're trying to plant them now. You're trying to, you know, harvest from them. And I feel that this is what's going on for you guys in this moment. If this reading is for you, you're definitely coming into a time in your life where you're going to be making new things happen. You're taking the time to step out of this Eight of Swords feeling trapped moment. You're taking the time to relish in who you are, and you're allowing in new things. But you're not just allowing anything. You don't care if it comes along with the Ace of Wands. I might have said Ace of Swords earlier, because it's funny because that's the image I saw projected onto here. But now I'm seeing this is the Ace of Wands, divine opportunity, right? But they're combining it, Ace of Swords, with the divine communication. Something's going to be offered to you. Ace of Wands, divine opportunity. And what is the opportunity? The opportunity, very simply put, and I might entitle this video this, is the opportunity to show God how you've changed, what you've learned, how you've changed, how you're showing up in your space now, how you're moving forward, right? And speaking about moving forward, oh my God, God is so good. Look, the Chariot card is underneath. They're like, yeah, that's right. You are moving forward and we love it. But how are you doing it? Show us the quality that you're working with. And they're saying, we don't care if you still have internal conflict that you're working through, you're doing your shadows, you're this and that. You are in a better place now. And we want to see what you can do. It's beautiful. And I got to be honest, I know some of you are like, whatever, but it's true what I'm going to say. You guys are the ones who called in, or who are calling in, your divine guides, your divine testers. They're coming in to check. They're coming in to see, what are you doing? How are you navigating? What have you learned? Page of Wands is all about calling in. And so that's why this Page of Wands is underneath the deck. It's like the Ace of Wands is coming in. They're like, you rang? You're like, yes, I did ring. I rang you because I'm ready, guys. I'm ready for you guys to come and see what I can do. Look, mommy, look, daddy, look what I've done. And that's kind of the energy here. It's cute. And you know what? They support you. They support you. And I put this card here because in the past, you weren't ready. Four of Cups. Look at this. Ace of Cups, you know, God's divine cup coming in on the wings of an angel. You weren't ready. But now look at this. You're ready now. And look at that. It's like a little crown. Like you're like, hey, I wasn't ready then, but I want you to come take a look because I need you to see what I've done. And this even looks like a crown. This structure here. And here. Like, right? So, long story short, yeah, angels were like, they were just like, that's it. Meaning like, reading over. But so, thank you so much, guys. They're so proud. They're proud. So anyway, get ready for a test. Okay. But you asked for it, remember? All right, if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can check the box below. And if you'd like to donate, thank you so much. That's always, it's always nice to receive that, to be recognized, and just blessed. And mwah, I love you guys. Please enjoy.